Okay, fellow Toastmaster and the most welcome guests. Welcome to the advanced hashtag Elden Speaker 200 second meeting. My name is Sean. I am the search add-on for today's meeting. Before starting the meeting, there are 3 ground rules we need to follow. First, please stay mute until it is your turn to speak. Second, we encourage you to turn on your camera for wonderful audio interaction if you are convenient. Third, the meeting will be recorded. If you are not comfortable to be recorded, you are welcome to turn off your camera, but please stay in the meeting to enjoy and learn as much as you can. Now, let's put our hand together to welcome our present distinguished Toastmaster Patricia Yap to the virtual stage.
Yay, great. Let's also give a big round of applause to our SAA speaker and also who does everything to get us ready to join the Zoom meeting. So let us send a big love to Sean and everyone who are here for the very first time. And we're going to quickly take a screenshot or a photo as well. So whenever possible, feel free to turn on your video. If you can't, it's fine, okay? So let's quickly take a screenshot and I shall do that. Okay, let me see. 3, 2, 1. Okay, my hand. Okay, let me do one more time. 3, 2, and 1. Great. With this, we want to welcome you to our meeting 202. And it's all about hope, the power of hope. The reason being, look around, there has been a lot of things going around in our life. And I also want to spotlight some of our members who have demonstrated so much resilience in the name of hope. And of course, life is never a linear line in the first place, and somehow or other life goes on. But most importantly, we must have hope to keep going and keep up the momentum, and that's why we are Toastmasters. And one of the fantastic things that I just realized today, after witnessing the stock market in Malaysia that has a drastic drop of close to even more than 5%, that is a lot. Meaning to say a lot of money are wiped out from the market. I see myself differently this time. For all my clients who are experiencing the turmoil at the moment, a lot of them did call me and ask for help. But one of the most important thing or improvement I found out about myself, I remember to keep everyone to stay calm. In the storm will go on, but most importantly, stay calm. And one very important question I always ask myself, to stay calm. And I just picked it up from one of the mentors of mine. The question is, did anyone die? If there's no death, then there is hope. Even if there's death, we will talk about that another time. So most importantly, we as leaders, during uncertainty, during challenging moments, no matter how difficult it is, to stay calm. And I really want to spotlight our Toastmaster of the day today, Shwe Sin. She touched my heart so much. Shwe Sin is from Myanmar, and her country is not going through only military crisis. They just had a massive earthquake. Everyone is either suffer financially or losing life or their loved ones. For Shwe Sin, she's now gratefully out of the country, but she has demonstrated great resilience. She came up with this topic, the power of hope. And I thought, Shwe Sin, you really walked the talk and you showed us you're a great role model for all of us. How to stay calm in the midst of chaos. And most importantly, always stay hopeful. On this note, I also want to applaud Yanika, who is here with us. Yanika is from Thailand, Bangkok. Her country also had an earthquake not too long ago. the fact that we are all Toastmasters, I think is a great place that we are able to contribute to the community around us. When they are losing hope, let us be the hopeful leader who offer them the alternative, the hope that they can always leverage on us. And let us build our community. I always feel I will not be where I am without Toastmasters. Toastmasters is a place for us to stay hopeful. Hope will carry you through all the way. I also want to acknowledge the return of Kevin Wu, who was our very first Division P director long time ago. He was a past, by the way. And also along with that, Vitali and Cikgu Lim Ani, who has been very supportive of us. Thank you so much with this. Let's welcome Shwe Sin on the virtual stage, our Toastmaster of the day. Over to you, Shwe Sin.
Thank you so much, our president, for this wonderful opening, and thank you to our SAA too. So hello everybody, happy Monday to you all, and we are so glad to have you all. How many people? Yes, there are 14 people in our meeting room. So thank you so much for your presence in this beautiful Monday. So now I'm your Toastmaster of the day. As a Toastmaster of the day, I am like the MC. So now we have, today we have one and only speaker who is Shan. Shan is the most inspiring person for us because we can see his starting journey until now, how much he is growing, and he is always like hopeful. And yeah, so we really love to have our speaker today. And then now we also have our timer, Tamizi. So Tamizi, thank you so much for taking up this role. We were really hopeful to get a timer for this meeting, and finally we got you. So now today the theme is the power of hope. So there is also one beautiful quote that I found, which is here. Hope is not a guarantee for tomorrow, but a belief in the possibility of better days ahead. So that is true. So even though you are in a very difficult situation or chaotic situation, always believe that, and there is always like hope. Somebody will help you, or you're gonna be okay. This too will pass. So always be hopeful so that you can relieve a bit. So now also it's time to introduce our grammarian. And do you know who is the grammarian for today's meeting? Anyone?
Yes, it's Shwe Sin, of course.
Yes, it's me.
Yes.
Your Toastmaster of the day, and at the same time, I will be the grammarian. So my responsibility is to introduce word of the day. And today word of the day is optimism. It is now, the meaning is a mental attitude characterized by hope and confidence in success and a positive future. So there is one example sentence. I have genuine optimism for the future of people in difficult times. So anyone who is having the difficult times or chaotic time, please be optimistic. This too will pass and you will be okay too. So now I encourage you all, everybody, please use word of the day, optimism, anytime you get the chance. Let's go. Now it's the speech session, and we have Shan. So let me introduce which pathway, which level Shan is doing at the moment. Okay, so Shan pathway is strategic relationships. Level 3, project 1, make connections through networking. And the speech title is Talkative. Talkative, Shan.
Thank you, Shwe Sin. What is a talkative person? I say that is a man or a woman or a person talking too much for the same thing again and again. When I was a child, my mother always said the same thing over and over again. You have to save money because making money is not easy. You didn't do that. You should do that. You should study hard, such like that. But I didn't talk back. Otherwise, I will get a snap. When I went to college, I didn't went home often. Maybe once a month. Every time I went home, I just hang out. My mother always said that home is like your hotel. I will say that, I will say that. Yeah, I know. But you say that hundreds of times, no worry. I am an adult. I just do that. But after a few years, I start my business in Taipei. That is far away from my home. Do you think I am a free man? No. When I got married, my mother-in-law is more talkative than my mother. He always said that, don't eat too fast, or otherwise it is not good for your health. Don't eat so little because you look so skinny. He pointed to my brother-in-law. If you have son like your brother-in-law, maybe your brother-in-law give you some weight. That is perfect. It is impossible for me. He always said that. She always said that. If you take a picture, take a photo, you need to even number 2, 4, 6. You cannot take an odd number 1, 3, 5. Why? That is by the feng shui in Taiwan. He also said that if I buy a house, the house need to face south. Why? Feng shui. And she also said that if I have a member in my family, I need to have an even number 2, 4, 6, 8. For example, in my family, there is me, my wife, and children. There is 3 members. How can I do? Do you think I need to keep a pet? That is 4 number for us. That is so ridiculous. But what can I say? I cannot talk back because he will hurt. He will damage or hurt the relationship for my mother-in-law. After several years, I go to the Taipei again for my job. My wife, that is very real headache because my wife has the same character of her mother. She also very talkative. What can I say? When I drive a car for 2 hours, she sat in front of the seat. She just talkative again and again. She said, your son is not so good at the relationship for his class. Your son is not so good for his school grade. Oh my God, everything. It just said that your son, but your son is our son. It's the same person. Why she say that? I don't understand. In my life, my mother-in-law, my wife, they always talkative at me. I know, I understand, I comprehend. That is good for me. That is a concern. That is a communication. If you put their speech into the Toastmaster, you will find that they all are counter. They all fear the war. That is overtime. That is disqualified. But what can I say? It's just for fun. I like Toastmaster because he give me to learn how to get the key point to answer, to get a best answer for land. Now I learned a lot. I become a good son, good son-in-law, good husband. Thanks, Toastmaster. Thanks for everyone. Back to the Toastmaster of the day, Shwe Sin. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Wow, that's a very beautiful speech you are sharing. You also have a lot of optimism, so we are very glad that. And yeah, bring your mother-in-law and your wife to Toastmasters. We got more members, and we listen and learn more from their stories.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's go to the evaluation session. Everyone in advanced hashtag art and speakers, we always have two evaluators, one for the content and one for the one for the delivery. So now let's invite our content evaluator, who is none other than distinguished Toastmaster Lai Kok Fu. So the stage is yours, TTM Lai.
Thank you, Shwe Sin. There's once a saying said, usually a person will marry the person who are like their parents. In this case, Shan's wife is like her mother and her mother-in-law. This is what why I thought this it becomes true because in true my friends also like that. Now, Shan, let me go through in your speech what you did well in your speech and what can be further improved in this speech as you chose the project public relations strategy. Number one, I find that your story is along the way have humor in between you, how you handle your mother or your wife, and along the way, your mother coming in your life. This is where you like when they are talkative, what can you do? And you stay optimist throughout their conversations. Number two, in the deliveries, in the way you speak, I noticed that you have shown good pauses when needed. You pause when the humor try to kick in, where I thought you try to use the best of words to speak it out. You did well in this kind of context that sometimes you use a little of body language to show what are they showing to you. And then in between that saying things in what's the most important thing is what they speak about you. Some of the what we call belief in Chinese, like must be even number, south must facing, house must be facing south, all those things you implement, you show it, you speak it in your speech. That's the good thing when these things that are coming from your own story. Now let's get on what I feel that you can further improve in your speech. Number one is maybe you can share a little about when you do notice the three women in your life, how are you handling them rather than how when the three coming talking to you, I was like, how can I do that? I'm not gonna handle them well. Then along the way, you can say apart that how are you handling them after you learn about Toastmaster, because we know communication when you speak and you know how to comprehend with them now. So the before and after in your speech a little. Number two, maybe there's part of the example in your speech mentioned too much. Cut it off, mention one or two. That is each important that is important in the Chinese belief. Mention it and maybe a little things that can show it off. Third thing, when you speaking about humor, pause a little while first for the humor to kick in before you continue your story. So that when there's a little humor in this, it makes the story interesting and funny along the way. So Shan, you have definitely did improve a lot. I believe you can handle the three women in your life. I believe more becoming. That should be your daughter, I believe, or your daughter-in-law. So Learn along the way, apply it along the way. So to remind you, so before, after, the cut off the example and pause when humor need to be kicked in. Back to you, Shwe Sin.
Wow, thank you so much, TTM Lai. That's a very great learning session from Lai. I really like it whenever Lai give the evaluation to any speaker. He always share so many valuable things in his evaluation. So yes, I believe our president, one day we have to invite Lai how to give evaluation, make a workshop. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Lai, for this insightful feedback for our speaker. So now let's go to our next evaluator is for the delivery. She is none other than our Advanced Hashtag Artist Champion, Patsy. Let's welcome.
I'm waiting for the timer ready. Are you ready, timer? Is it still red? So I want to make sure you're ready. Oh. By the way, I just want to let everyone know that I never been a good evaluator and hardly even passed the club or area contest as a evaluation contest. But Sean, I'd like to let you know, Sean, you're talking too much today. Tell me about your family. You complain about your mother-in-law, if you complain, oh my goodness, you most important person in your life probably is your wife. Happy wife, happy life. I think that title you instructed to us is talkative. You're the one talking to. Okay, now let's go to the good point. The gestures. I think the gestures you plan is quite simple. It's nice. I can see the humor part of yourself. And also I love those transitions. And those messages you deliver, I will have a very comfortable a very comfortable pacing. Because most of all, you did so well today. A few points, because talking about the gesture, talking, that's what you could have done. Talking. Okay, gesture. And your mom slap you. Sorry, slap. Okay, that's what you could have created. And how about the other? I would say, I love the one vocal variety actually you created. I can't even point out now. But for the entire speech, I think that you're doing a presentation. Yes. Next time, change into a coffee shop, a little small talk. I'm telling you, my mother talked too much. My mother-in-law, the same. I is quietness. You know, the vocal variety, what I observe is the best is Duncan. I learned so much from Duncan. Whenever he's in the table topics, I think he's talking to us as if he were in the coffee shop talking to us. But this particular humorous presentation, if you could try in the other way around, talking to us as if you share the family secrets to us, I think there will be a different feeling of the presentation. Try it next time. All in all, I am so thankful that you shared this humorous speech. Actually, it's a breakthrough from a AI person like you. And what a great improvement, Sean. And just keep doing and do the pacing, keep that right pacing and keep that humorous part and do a little bit of gesture to make them more interesting online, that you will be even better speaker. Great try, Tom. Keep up your good work. Back to switching our Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Patsy. Yes, I really like some of his gesture, especially when he says slap. He just like nail it in that part. So thank you so much for your insightful feedback, Toastmaster Patsy. So I believe Shan will learn a lot from these two evaluators, right, Shan? Okay, thank
Yes.
you. Yes, thank you so much. So now let's go to the other session, which is the most awaiting session because there are so many, there are so many guests and also so many great speakers here. Let's go to the next session, which is table topic session, and who is none other than our President Patricia Yap. So everyone, don't forget to use word of the day, optimism. So now let me give the hand to our President, Table Topic Master. The stage is yours.
Wow, what an optimism prepared speech session. We only have one speaker, but we have two evaluators. Because of that, let's quickly actually take a photo. I would like to have Shan spotlighted and certainly Lai spotlighted and also Patsy spotlighted. We want to take a photo to acknowledge your fantastic speech. Being talkative can actually bring a lot of optimism along the way. Okay, I'm going to take the photo quick and sweet. Okay, everyone, when you're ready, show me the optimism look. 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Great. With this, our session full of optimism will start right now. And table topics is actually one of the most underrated session in all Toastmasters. I believe impromptu speaking skills is actually very much needed by everyone, no matter how accomplished, how advanced you are. I'd like to invite all of you, if you are ready to be the table topic speaker, please turn on your screen so I can call you up. But if you can't turn on the screen and you would still like to participate, I certainly would like to invite you to unmute later on whenever possible so you can still participate without the screen. Okay, I have many questions, but just to let all of us know, we are also very privileged to have Tamizi. Tamizi was a past area director as well, to serve as our so-called impromptu timer. So Tamizi will show the green light at 1 minute, yellow light at 1.5, 2 minutes at red light, and you are advanced, you are advised to wrap it up. If you pass 2 minutes and 30 seconds, some of us will just unmute ourselves and ding, 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 time to go, okay? So that you get qualified to be voted as one of the great speakers. Okay, with this, whoever is ready, feel free to unmute yourself. And remember the word of the day, optimism. Evaluator would be Duncan. So Duncan won't be participating today, okay? All of you have a bigger chance to win. Okay, great. Ding, 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 ding. Whenever you're ready, I can sense your eyes as well. Okay, let's invite E.T. E.T., you are ready, I know. E.T. is ever ready. E.T. is from Surabaya. Many Toastmasters.
Hello.
We're so happy to have you. E.T., shall I give you a very difficult one or an easy one?
Oh, after you, but you know me.
I know you very well. E.T. is actually a stand-up comedian. Because of this, would you inspire us using hope? Would you inspire us using hope as a stand-up comedian? Let me repeat one more time. Would you inspire us using hope as a stand-up comedian? Over to you, E.T.
Okay, before I start, am I audible and visible? Okay. Wait. When I sat down on the living room, suddenly my mother approached me. Elios, what do you want to be in the future? I said, I want to become stand-up comedian, Mom. And do you know what is her response? She is being silent. She said nothing. She's just disappointed with my life decision. And since that day, she doesn't want to talk to me. And yes, do I can give hope if I have no hope in home? Well, can I inspire you if I have no inspiration at all? Well, when I met some of my friends, they said that, Elios, entertain us, tell us some jokes. Basically, like you have a friend who is a singer and you ask them to sing in front of you. For example, Patricia, sing a Mandarin song for us. You have it. Maybe because you have so much energy, Patricia will say, yes, one song is okay. One album is okay. 2 albums is okay. But not me. Even though I have a lot of energy, I need time to recharge myself. And yes, I need the hope itself to inspire me so I can inspire others. And it's not easy, believe me. I have no hope to live on, but I need to move on in my life. So I'll tell you the story of my life, how my mom became disappointed, how I have no hope, how I have no inspiration at all, yet I need to entertain you, I need to inspire you, and yes, it's tough job. Stand-up comedian is one of the highest and the hardest job as communicator. Speak to you, Patricia.
I want to applaud you for being very honest. When you don't feel hopeful, you talk about hope. That's how you get yourself back again to find and to live your best. You got it, E.T. Thank you so much for the very powerful message. Tamizi, thank you so much for serving as a timer. So I'm going to keep a very easy question to you later on, not now, okay? I let you rest for a while first. The next person that I'd like to call certainly is our birthday girl. She just celebrated her birthday not too long ago. Not yours truly, by the way. Her birthday was April the 4th. Janet, all the way from Quayside Toastmasters Club. Janet, are you ready?
Yes.
What is your hope for your birthday? What is your hope for your birthday, Janet?
Thank you, Patricia. Good afternoon, everyone. The question is, what is the hope for my birthday? There are many hopes, but I want to just specify one hope. My hope is for everyone to stay energized and be healthy. Why I say that? Because we need energy to keep ourselves move forward. For example, every day when you wake up, what will you do? You will just say, is this my day? Or is this not my day? But we have to be positive. The word optimism will play an important part in my life and in yours. Be optimism, be positive, so that you can drive yourself to move forward. I hope everyone will use this optimism in your daily life. For example, you can be optimism to your peers, to your friends, to encourage them. And also for me, my hope is to be able to live healthily, as well as for you all to be able to have healthy lifestyle, to have healthy. So we need to take care of our bodies. I will take care of my body, you will take care of your bodies, so that we can move together to create hope for others. Back to you.
Wow, beautiful. We create hope for others. The next person that I'd like to volunteer is certainly Deanna. Deanna, thank you so much for always showing your love for your family on Facebook. Deanna, your question. What is your hope for your family? What is your hope for your family, Deanna?
Thank you, the topic master. I certainly have an unspoken hope for my family indeed. If you haven't known about me, I recently remarried my ex-husband after divorce for 8 years. And that alone caused quite a stir in the family. Some accepting it, some don't. Even though I've tried so many things, getting people in my family together, it's still a challenge for some to accept my decision. I've been remarried for 3 years now. Things still got complicated, but I tried to cherish every moment I have with them, even though I have to do it separately. It's quite a challenge to juggle two different family at the same time, but knowing myself, being a multitasker. I'm optimist that things will turn around in the future because after all, family is all we have. And family is one particular thing that we must prioritize over everything else. And I certainly hope that the turnout, the ending will be happy ever after for me and my family. And I hope the same for all of your family out there. So let's hope for positive outcome and happiness for everybody. Thank you. Back to you, the
Wow.
Master.
Really, thank you, Diana, for always sharing your story. Diana has a very, very impactful personal story. She is always very resilient. Certainly our inspiration, especially for female hooks out there who are juggling between family, career, and personal life and personal need. Thank you so much, Diana. All right, the next person, I believe he can time himself. He is actually a very devoted finance manager. I was going to ask him a very macro question, but I'm not sure if he prefers a family or a macro question. So I would like to invite our Mr. Rolex to unmute yourself. Okay, we are very happy to have Mizi with us. So Mizi, with the recent tariff hike from President Trump affecting the world, okay, share with us your hope for Malaysians out there financially. Share your hope to Malaysians out there financially. Over to you, Mizi.
Oh, thank you, Patricia, for that. That is really you just put me under the bus. I haven't really thought about the recent tariff hike that we are all experiencing. To be honest, it does not affect us as consumer per se. It hurts our general economy, but on a consumer basis, for a consumer base, on our day-to-day spending, not much we have affected, other than if you really buy things from the US. That's it. My humble hope for Malaysia is that let us be self-sustaining, use our own product, use Malaysian first, use Asian first, use China first, where if can't export or import to the US, well, so what? US is just a part of a country. There are all other countries around us. We have Singapore, we have China, we have Taiwan, we have Indonesia, Thailand, Burma. Do business with them. No issue. To me, so what? You can increase your tariff to 100%. I don't care. I've got people around me who will support us. We've got our neighbors, our strong neighbors. Go hike your tariff. It's all about us. Over to you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Mizi. Great inspiration. A lot of hope for all of us. The key message here is be self-sustainable. That's why we want to be Toastmasters. Toastmasters teach us the spirit of self-sustainability, and that comes with self-confidence. Well done, Mizi. Thank you. Next up, I would like to challenge, who else would like to be challenged? Wendy, whenever you're ready, do feel free to unmute. Amy or teacher Chegu Lim, if you're ready to. Of course, Yanika. Yanika, you haven't got the question from Big Sister. Okay, Big Sister will give you a very easy question. Yanika, feel free to unmute yourself.
Yes, I am ready.
What is your hope for yourself? What is the hope for yourself, Yanika?
My hope for myself is to grow my business. I've just started a new business, which is financial well-being, where I'm going to give tips to women and men on how to finance their finances. Because in Thailand, what I've noticed is that most Asians, once they receive their salary, they spend it all. They do not put it in any funds. So my hope is this year is to see how much I can grow with this business and see how many people are interested, because I've been posting on social media quite a lot now with the content. it's getting the reach, but I want to get more followers and more people commenting and seeing if they're really enjoying what I'm bringing out to them. Back to you.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing with us your passion and you yourself as an entrepreneur. Well done. Great. We would like to have more speakers right now. I believe we can take in more participants. Let me see if any of our audience who are able to turn on your video or unmute yourself. But to keep going, I'm going to ask Patsy for the next question. Okay, Patsy, you ready? Feel free to unmute yourself.
Yes. Yeah.
Describe a time when you were hopeful to keep going. Describe a time when you were hopeful to keep going.
Thank you, Patricia. Instead of describe my time, hope to keep going, I have to describe my mother speaking on behalf of my 100 years old mom. Can you imagine yourself being used for 100 years? Your taste bud has been numb and you can't even move as much as in younger days. Your probably back cannot even stand on your backbone. It's not called backbone. You probably rest in bed for 2 or 3 years. You can probably suffer from Alzheimer for 7 years without even having those abilities of going to the bank or interact with the people or having those disabled abilities around you, you probably feel frustrated and devastated. Even sometimes you probably think when the end day or the D-Day is going to come, that will set yourself to be free. My dear fellows, that's exactly my mother is. I think that she is the one, be very optimistic. Instead of all the sufferings, she has only one simple hope, is to live, to keep going to live. The reason to me is the power of love, because she knows there are family members still around her, be there for her. Instead of looking herself in the mirror, I am so old, I look so ugly, I can't even function as good as before, I have so much pain. She feels the love, the power of love. That is the only thing sustain her to be here. I know she's still suffering, but appreciate every moment that she becomes optimistic just for her children. Back to you, Patricia.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Patsy, for sharing the story of your mom. I know you are going through a lot, but thank you for always staying hopeful. Right, now I have the final question, and I'm so delighted to invite Lai. Lai is also certainly a great leader in advanced hashtag ardent speakers. So Lai, feel free to unmute yourself. Share with us, Lai, why is hope essential in tough time? Why is hope essential in tough times? Over to you, Lai.
The belief in hope in the tough time is we believe things will get better along the toughest, the baddest time that when we are facing it. Because without hope, all we look is just a dark sky, dark road ahead, or a dark cloud in front of you. With the hope, a little ray of light, the hope is there. So in life, we must believe there is always hope in whatever challenge we face along the way. I wouldn't say example like my mother, like she was diagnosed cancer at the age of 67. She was so down that at that time she doesn't think that she will even recover at this time. what I can do for as a son is stay positive throughout her treatment, be there for her all the time, what she need. Even she throw a tantrum, what can I do? Just stay positive, smile all the way. If I fight back with her, things won't be better. Things we look as a docs, we always have to believe that things will get better along the way. So the last Saturday, after my mother have went through her last cycle of radiotherapy, things to seems get better. And my mother seems to be a lot better along the way in her mood and emotion. Tough time don't last forever, but tough people do. That's what I always believe in my life. So whatever you face throughout the darkest time of life, stay optimist. Believe that hope will be there for you. And if you need help, reach out to people that may be able to help you. And when you reach out, believe there, the hope is always there for you. Back to you, Patricia.
Thank you so much for sharing, Lai. We send a lot of love to your mom as well, to all our mom out there. Seriously, this is such an inspiration session that we had, and we all learn from all our 7 magnificent speakers how hope can be the game changer. The only reason we need is to change our mind so that we always know there is hope, no matter where we are. So we have our speakers today. Feel free to vote your best table topic speaker. We have E.T., Janet, Deanna, Tarmizi, Yanika, Patsy, and Lai. Go ahead and vote for the speaker who inspire you a lot. I'd like to put my vote to all the 7 of them because they gave me a lot of value today. On this note, I'm so grateful to hand the control over to our table topics evaluator, Duncan. Go ahead and continue voting. Over to you, Duncan.
Thank you very much indeed, Patricia. And thank you to all of our table topic speakers. We have 7 today. So we were treated to a lot of hope and a lot of optimism. But it wasn't all hope. There was a little bit of pessimism in the first speech, which I thought was really quite interesting because it went against the general grain, which gave us a little bit of a surprise. So I always quite like to hear table topics which have a little bit of a surprise in them. And certainly E.T. gave me that surprise. He's a stand-up comedian, but he gave a story about how tough it is to be a stand-up comedian. It's not all fun and laughs. And I thought his story, his honesty and his insight was very telling. It was a tale really sort of how optimism didn't quite come through with him and his battle with his mum. His mum obviously didn't approve of his chosen profession, but he still went ahead with it. And I thought that came through very well, and it was well delivered. You know, you've got a good presence there. Obviously, you're a stand-up comedian, E.T., so you know what to do in front of an audience, and you certainly did very well, I thought, today. If I have any suggestions, I would suggest perhaps a little bit more hand gestures. Perhaps I couldn't quite see what you were saying, but otherwise, the rest of it, your facial expressions, your pacing, they were all spot on. That's so great one there. Janet, you have hope for your birthday. Janet, I thought your message was actually very inspiring, and again, it was confidently delivered, well delivered, and it has again positive, optimistic, hopeful message you came up for that. The only thing I thought perhaps you could have done a little bit more there was, because it's such an optimistic and hopeful message, perhaps smile a little bit more, and also show us your hands. Yeah. Everybody's going to get their hands, but it's not only you, it's everybody, me too sometimes. But yeah, just show a few more hands. But otherwise, great table topics. You're obviously, you are an accomplished speaker, and it came across very well today. Our next speaker, number 3, Diana, hope for your family. Yes, now this was a deeply personal story. And again, this is where the deep personal story comes through. And it was a speech about optimism, but there was the sad side to it as well. These, Diana's personal struggles, things hadn't gone so well in her marriage and all that sort of thing. And again, that gave it that human impact that all of us, we can all relate to this. And again, you overcame these difficulties and you brought a message of hope. I don't have any suggestions for you, except perhaps let's have some more of the same, Diana. I thought that was a really good speech. Let's have some more table topics from you. Thank you very much again. It was very good. Number 4, Tarmizi. Yes, it's Tarmizi. Number 4. Yes, Tarmizi. My notes are getting very, very mixed up here. I was writing down so much. Hope for Malaysians financially. You were a little bit hesitant when you started out, but you warmed up very quickly, and you brought a very clear message. It was very strong and full of optimism, full of hope. Yes, we need to be self-sufficient. Forget about the US. Make US last. Yeah, it was inspirational. Really, no suggestions other than perhaps next time, dive in a little bit more. Don't be so hesitant at the beginning, but that's just practice, isn't it? So, some more table topics from you, Tarmizi, please. Yannicka, what was your hope for yourself? Again, this is another confident speech, and again, an optimistic message, which I thought was pretty strong. My only suggestion here would be a little bit more, please. I was waiting for you to warm up and give us some more inspiration, but then you cut it short, which is a bit of a shame because it was a good speech. And right, see if I can get in a bit more optimism with Patsy. Patsy number 6. Actually, I thought this was an excellent speech, Patsy. You actually, what I liked was the device that you used by putting us into your mum's shoes. How would it be like if you were like this? Yeah? And I thought that was a good device because it gets us thinking. And again, story full of hope. And I love the message. It was very heartfelt. The message basically. I've got my mic. Sorry. Yeah. So the message basically, she's got her family around her, and she wants to live. Yeah. It's a great speech. I've got no suggestions for any improvement. I thought that was pretty spot on. Lai, I love Yosemite's Lai. The light, the clouds, all that sort of stuff. And then you went into another very personal and deeply moving speech about your mum and her battle with cancer. And I love that last bit. You said, tough times don't last, but tough guys do. And I thought that was brilliant. Very good indeed. Only suggestion I've got is perhaps a little bit more of your hands, please. That's it. Otherwise, great speech. Well done. And that's it from me. Back to you, table Toastmaster today. Thank you.
Shwe Sin, are you there? We shall now invite Shwe Sin as a grammarian.
Oh, yes. So thank you so much, Duncan, for this feedback for all the 7 speakers. And yes, by hearing from all of the speakers, it was really inspiring, and stay hopeful, everybody. And then, keep fighting. And like our speaker said, this all will be done one day, and we can overcome all of these difficult times. So now it's time to invite our grammarian, and I also take note some of the grammarian reports. So let me mention some of the usage that I really love from our speaker. Number 1 is our speaker Shen. He said Toastmaster taught him get to the key point. And then DTM Lai said, show before and after in your speech. So this one is like mostly we see in some of the advertisement, like before and after of their body stretcher. So there's a show like this. So now also like he said, show before and after in your speech. So that's a great comment. Then Percy said, love is the only thing to sustain our life. So that's true. So please share your love to anyone, with your family members, with your friends, with your children, and with the people around you. Then Shanika. Okay. Oh yeah, there is another thing that I really love from DTM Live. What he said was, tough time don't last forever, but tough people do. So that's a very inspiring sentence. Everybody, please keep note that, and then keep it in your heart, and always like go on your life with this. You are the tough people, so keep going and keep hoping. Then yeah, word of the day used by some of the people I heard like Dichan Patricia and then Patsy, and I'm sorry if I did not heard anyone. So thank you so much for today for coming the meeting, and please come back again and join the table topic session, earn more inspiration from the speakers, and then get more experiences. So now that's all my grammarian report, and let's welcome our timer Tamizi.
Hi, thank you, Shwe Sin. I will not look hesitant and I will not be hesitant to give my report for today. Ladies and gentlemen, we started our meeting at 12:30 sharp. The SAA took one minute, five seconds. The president took in her opening address 5 minutes 37 seconds. Toastmaster of the day, Shwe Sin, took 3 minutes and 28 seconds. Shan, speaker, took 6 minutes and 47 seconds. For the evaluation session, the distinguished Toastmaster Lai took 3 minutes 11 seconds and Patsy took 3 minutes and 12 seconds. For the table topic evaluation, ET took 2 minutes 11 seconds, Janet took 1 minute 22 seconds, Diana took 1 minute 38 seconds, Mizi took 1 minute 38 seconds. Thank you, Patsy, for that. Yanika took 55 seconds. 5 seconds short of the qualifying 1 minute. Patsy took 2 minutes and 21 seconds. Distinguished Toastmaster Lai took 1 minute 45 seconds. Duncan took 6 minutes for his evaluation. So I'm not going to take the account because he evaluated 7 speakers. With that, I'll pass back over the floor, the virtual floor, to Toastmaster of the day. Over to you.
Thank you, Tamizi, for being the very impromptu timer and very willing to take that role. Thank you so much for your help. And now, everybody, since the time is about to, meeting is about to overtime, so we will straightly move to our president, giving the control back, and we will announce the winners and taking some photos. So, Dichan Patricia, the stage is yours. Thank you so much.
Yay. Thank you so much, Shwe Sin. Let's give a big round of applause to Shwe Sin and all the other role players. We are going to do this slightly different, so I'd like to invite all of them to give your feedback about today's meeting. 1, you learn nothing. 5, you learn a lot of things. So you can give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, see whatever score you want to give us. And that's how we manage to sort of have a brief idea. But do stay back after 1:30 because that's when the real feedback will come and the real sharing will come. All right. So on this note, I would like to check with Shan. Shan, are you ready with the photos? And do we have the results for the best table topic speaker?
Yes. Yes. Wait a moment.
Yes, very good. Okay, let's get ready to drum roll, and get ready, of course, to thank our Toastmaster of the day, Shwe Sin. Shwe Sin is leaving for Bangkok tomorrow, so we also want to send her a lot of blessings. All right, but Shwe Sin, well done to serve today as our very, very gorgeous Toastmaster of the day, Shwe Sin. Let's spotlight Shwe Sin and myself. Very hopeful look. 3, 2.
No.
Can we have
someone need to
yeah.
Shwe Sin in. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay,
Great.
wonderful.
Thank you, Shan. Thank you, Shwe Sin. All right, let's welcome and congratulate our best table topic speaker. Ching, 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 ching. Drum roll, drum roll. Wow, Patsy, congratulations. Patsy, congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Patsy, yes.
Okay, I'm going to spotlight myself. But thank you, everyone. But I don't know how to spotlight myself. At the spotlight. Okay. Oh, okay.
Okay,
right.
let me take a picture.
Yeah.
Sure.
You can get any pose. 1, 2, 3. Another one. Just wait a moment. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Thank you. And we want to acknowledge all our role players, especially our TMOD, our Shan speaker, content evaluator Lai, delivery evaluator Patsy, myself, Duncan, as the table topics evaluator, and grammarian Shwe Sin, Harmizi, and certainly Zoom Master. So let's spotlight all the role players, and then we shall take another photo. Thank you, thank you. Who can help us to take the photo?
Oh, I can. 1,
Oh, good.
2,
Wait,
3.
okay.
Another one.
Uh,
Wait a moment.
Wait. I still have to spotlight Sushi. Just one
Okay.
sec. Okay,
Okay,
just
okay.
give me a sec.
Maybe screen
Right.
it off. Yeah.
Wait. Gotta change my background. Forgot a different
Okay.
background. Different background.
Okay.
It's got Pidato background. Sorry, man. Sorry about that.
Okay. That's why we are
all right.
family.
And I didn't see the Shwe Sin. Okay,
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
see.
she
on
be
the-
Okay.
spotlighted.
1, 2, 3. Another one.
Okay, another one. Hope. Hope because of the
1,
love.
2, 3. Okay, wonderful.
Thank you so much. With this, our meeting is officially adjourned, but I want to acknowledge each and every one of us. So meeting is adjourned, but do stay back because this is where we will have a few minutes to get your feedback and certainly how we can do better, how you have somehow managed to come today, right? Today, we are so happy to have so many of us. So let me just quickly seek evaluation. Well, this is really feedback session and we want to know how you feel as a guest. To our frequent guest, Janet, how do you feel?
Hopeful.
Yeah, hopeful. Yes.
Yes. Learn a lot from today with the inspiring and also mother-in-law, mother story from Shan.
Yes,
Speech.
yes, very good. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. And we wish you a very, very hopeful journey as you kickstart again your journey to the next few months. All right. I would also like to invite Kevin, if possible, later on, whenever you're possible, just unmute yourself. But
Yeah,
okay, good. Kevin, go ahead.
Hi, Pat. Yeah, thanks. This is my first time attending Arden Toastmasters meeting, and I find it very interesting. There's a lot of beautiful people here, and a lot of people from different backgrounds and diversity, and the stories are certainly very flavorful. I would call it that. I just want to say that uh, you know, life will throw you all kinds of challenges, but when you have never tasted bitterness, sweet will be tasteless as well, right? So experience all the tastes, right? The bitterness, the sourness, the saltiness, and the sweetness as well. And it's part of life, right? That's how you know you're alive as well. So wonderful speeches, and it's it's part of listening to others and the trials and the tribulations that each one of us go through. That's part of life, and that's why I find it very interesting always to listen to other people's stories. Right. Thanks for inviting, and
Thank you.
for
Yeah.
wonderful lunch.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Kevin. We certainly adore you and appreciate your feedback to all of us. It's very motivating and certainly allow us to also appreciate the tough times in life. So I just want to use the quote that was shared by Lai earlier. Regardless of whatever it is, just remember tough time will be there, but tough people can last forever. So that is a very strong message. And we hope to see Kevin in the future as well. Whenever you are possible, we are always using the same link. So feel free to zoom in, and we always are more than happy to invite so many friends and leaders from different perspectives so we can always learn from one another. Fantastic. Thank you once again, Kevin.
Yeah, it's just a question. Do you guys only do this during lunchtime, or do you have after work sessions, or do you even have live sessions?
Yes,
sometimes?
very good question. We do have occasionally, we do have on-site meeting when some of our members are coming overseas, visiting us. So that's when we will have an on-site meeting. So Kevin will keep you posted, and once in a while, we will have our speaker-thon. Speaker-thon is normally during the evening from 8:30 or 9 o'clock onwards. And the typical speaker-thon, we would have about minimum 9 speakers together with evaluators. It's a different format where everybody gets to speak, evaluate, and they can just leave. So it's a very efficient way of helping our members to reach their education goal. So that's how we operate. And of course, every final Monday is always a master class. So for this master class, we are very happy to invite Deepak Justin DJ to come and do the power of storytelling. So I'll be sending out the information to you, Kevin, and to your peers as well. So there's no pressure. If you can, do Zoom in. If you can't, it's totally fine. So we are here, open, rain, and shine every Monday. Thank you so much, Kevin. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. I gotta go, but I
All
just
right.
want to emphasize again, it's not about the tough times. It's the tougher the times, the sweeter the victory. That's what I want to say. So, E.T., I know being a stand-up comedian can be tough, but hang in there, right? That's how you get all the stories.
Okay, good. I
Yeah.
like your
All
quote.
right, thanks.
The tougher the time, the
Bye.
sweeter the victory. Okay,
Yep.
bye, everyone.
Bye.
Write this down. Remember this, okay? Thank you so much, Kevin. Thank you. And E.T., yes, a few words from you, E.T.
Oh yeah, thank you, Kevin, for the comment. I think it is living. But yes, being stand-up comedian is not like a profession that you can easily choose because there is no university teach you that. And the university itself is the university of life. When life gives you lemon, makes lemonade. And when life gives you tragedy, makes it comedy. And when the joke doesn't land, well, imagine that you are the pilot of the aeroplane. Jokes still need God to land it somehow. So yes, that's my last remarks to all of you. And yes, enjoy the life because sometimes life is bitter, sometimes it is sweet, and enjoy it. Drink it, eat it, sleep with it, repeat. Back to you, Patricia.
Wow, I love this. So true. Janika.
Thank you, my big sister. Actually, for me, it's really interesting to come to this meeting and with the power of hope because I feel like with that earthquake and everything happening, having friends around is the best.
Oh, yeah. Yes. I think very importantly, we'll just go through one by one because each of us, we have our own, somehow, own difficult question to answer or difficult, I would say, life lesson that we need to go through. We'll just go through quickly. The reason doing this is to make sure we are feeling we are not alone, right? We are together on this journey. And that in itself is a privilege, right? So let's go to Mizi. Mizi, you've been such an inspiration. You know how much we adore you. Yes.
Thank you. Wow, always have hope. That's the only thing that you have, right? If you do not have hope, well, then just you're gonna die. Simple as that. Hope will drive you stronger and further. That's it. Have hope.
Yeah.
It's always there.
Very good. Looking at the virtual background, I have to say, Mizi, I totally agree with you. Hope is not an option. It's never an option. Think about that, okay? It's not that you can choose to be hope or not hope. You have to. There's no option there.
There's no option. There's no two way about it.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Good. Diana.
First of all, sorry I didn't volunteer for roleplay. I thought I cannot come today, but I did.
No
anyway,
worries.
So
We love you always.
I'm glad it's about power of hope. And I remember since everybody's talking about quotes, I love one quote about hope in Shawshank Redemption movie. Hope is a dangerous thing. Hope can drive a man insane. But then again, hope can make somebody's feeling hopeful. That's the most important part. So yeah, you may, I think some people wait for like a lifetime for something to happen. But then as long as hope is there, things are always positive in the end. Inshallah.
Yeah. The hope, our definition of hope is different. As Mizi has mentioned, I totally agree. Because we are Toastmasters, so our definition of hope is not the general definition. Go ahead and do that definition to help your people around so that they can embrace the true meaning of hope. Because our world is pretty much so many different opinions, and it's very important for us to get the right one, the right essence, right? It's just like the right ingredients to have that hope, so that this hope is a real hope, is not a fake hope, right? You don't want to have a fake hope, but we are talking about the hope with substance. Okay, great. That's a good question, and for us to really intellectually have a good discussion. Duncan, we haven't heard from you yet.
Okay, well, I was just going to say, without hope, we're all doomed. If you don't have hope, then what do you have to live for? If everything's going to go downhill from here, and you've got no hope, then that's it, isn't it? And what I was also going to say is that actually the word optimism, the word of today, I thought was really well chosen today. So you've got optimism, because optimism it's almost like the fuel for hope. If you don't have any optimism, if you have only pessimism, then how are you going to generate that hope? How are you going to keep that hope alive? Because really, yes, without hope for whatever it is, it could be for yourself, could be for your family, could be for other people who come after you. Without that hope, I think we come to nothing. We are doomed. That's the end. That's the end. Our purpose is over. So keep up the optimism, keep the hope alive.
Great quote from Duncan. Optimism is a fuel for hope. Very good. Thank you. Feel free to share in our group chat as well. All right. Shan?
Yeah. And hope for me is a big hope or small hope. Maybe in my life, in my career, in my business, there is so many difficult for me or struggle for me, but just keep a small hope, a piece of milk, a piece of cake, a piece of something, coffee. That is a hope. I just keep it that. Thank you.
Yeah, that's very good, right? That's a good concept. Hope doesn't have to be a big hope. Any size of hope is better than no hope, right? That is so good. Thank you so much, Shan. Great. And okay, who else did I not miss? Everybody is good? Okay, with this, I also have a call to action to all of us before next Monday, okay? Practice hope. Make somebody in your life hopeful today. Use small hope if you find it easier to manage, and become a part of your life, so that we kind of keep training our mind. When we are feeling a little less optimistic, we can still switch, like what I'm doing right now, right? A lot of people are calling me because, there's huge blood bear financial loss and all that. That's the situation I'm in. But I want to give my investors hope. Remember, every storm will eventually stop, right? No storm can last forever. Change is just going to be there all the time. So when times are good, we still have to be careful, do whatever necessary to protect yourself. When times are bad, remember to be hopeful. And of course, for share market, you can only leverage on hope when you have a lot of knowledge beforehand, so that you can gain when the crisis is here, when the storm is here. That's when you are going to make that decision to better yourself. And that's where the hope is from. Okay? Thank you so much for being here with us. We send you a lot of hope.
I've got to go
out there and practice hope, and be the hope evangelist all out, so that people can come back and can rebound and can be stronger, right? They don't lose hope. People lose hope when they have no support sometimes, but you are a leader and you are going to support, and I'm going to support my community. With this, thank you so much, everyone. Okay, let's take a final photo. Okay. Before we go, okay. I'm all into photo, okay? Photo to show that you are so hopeful. Life will miss you, but yeah, give us a hopeful look.
Let me take a photo.
Yeah.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Another one. Wait a moment. 1, 2, 3. Okay, wonderful.
Thank you and bye bye.
I've got to go. All the best. See you guys. Bye now.
Take care, guys. Take care.
You too. Bye bye.
And Shan, don't go yet, because I want to download all the photos and also some of the. Okay, well done, Shan. Thank you so much. Let me see if the photos. It's different, huh? Okay, never mind. Maybe Sean, you can send to me later on. Oh, this is so nice. Hey, 不好意思, Sean, are you there?
Yes.
The photo is in a different format, right? So it's clearer. 对吗?
And I can send a photo to your WhatsApp app.
That would be good.
Yes.
Very good. Thank you so much, Sean. Thank you.
problem.
Congratulations. And thank you so much, Yanika, for staying with us.
Most welcome,
Wish you all the
everybody.
best. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And E.T., thank you. Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah,
非常好,
you
thank
will.
you. Okay, E.T., your next talk is
Bye.
anything? Yes.
Yeah, I'm leaving. Bye, 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 Sam.
Okay, bye, bye. 哎，Sean 怎么样？今天你的那个作业其实是 Level 3还是 Level
3？ 我故意放在 Level 3的，
OK，Level 3是什么作业？因为我写的时候我是写了写 Level 4的。
Level 3的作业是，我有贴给随行，我忘记了，好像是 communication 吧
，OK， 你可以再贴给我。
好，
因为我在想说 Line 的那个他跟了我那个 agenda 错了，所以我要改一下。
哦，好，没问题，没问题，没问题。OK， 那个照片一样，就是拍的照片是不是要先给你，还是我直接放到 Line 那个我们的群组？
对，你直接放群组就行了。
OK， 我会稍微看。OK，
太好，
没问题。
为你骄傲哎，真的。
没有，还在练习。我想要学习3种不同风格啦，一个是轻松的风格，一个是正式的风格，一种是胡闹的风格，就是3种不同的风格。
太好了 ，OK， 太好了，太好。
还在练习。
好，可以。还有一个很快问你一下，你现在有时间哦，大概2分钟。
有，没问题。
那个 Family Global Right， 你是会员吗？还是不是？
不是。
OK， 因为那个我们也是可以，我只是没怎么讲呢？我因为时间的关系，说没能
加入吗？
对，没加入。对，
其实我必须要讲，我们现在这个会就是我们 L 等这个会啊，
对，
它的 quality 真的是比起其他会高一阶。可是关键在于那个 quality 是指每一个人的水准，就是每一个人真的都很厉害。随便举 Duncan 啊，或者是那个 Alicia 那些高手这样子哈。我们又是每一个礼拜要开一次，
对，
所以我们必须要把时间用最少时间来做。为什么你知道吗？因为每一个人都已经有一定的水准，所以只要聚在一起的时候，那个会的品质就一定达到一个水准。就是比起昨天的那个 Global 那个会来讲，它水准还 OK， 但是它因为有不同的 level
水平的，
对，所以我们这个会很特殊，它已经站在一条线上，就是只要这个 agenda 排出来，那个水准就一定是在那个之上。因为每次 guest 的回应都是说这个 quality 很好啊，但是那就是因为随便看 Duncan 啊，随便看你啊，随便看 Patsy 啊，他们都有很好的水准。那现在关键在于说，
对，
怎么样在现有的最少时间、最快的方式，在往上拉一阶。现在就是差在这里。那现在关键在于说，因为他是每一个礼拜都要开会，所以对每一个人压力都很重，像随行压力也很重。像那个常常帮我们做海报那一位是
闪都尼，
他都没有参加，我也觉得很可惜。所以现在关键在于说，怎么样把这个现有的就是比别人好的 club 的水准，
对，
怎么样展现出来，然后这个会在最少时间、最少精力之下，它就会展现更强啊！我就想说，这东西很可惜，因为最近我们的会的确比较向下一点点，就是人数各方面都比较向下。那也因为这样，我就在想有没有办法调它的地方，因为它 quality 真的很好。我都跟人家讲说，这个会我一定不会放掉，因为这个会实在 quality 太好了。比起任何我参加的线上会来讲， 那现在关键就在这，我就想不懂，不知道要怎么样办这个会这样子。嘿，
我也是在想这个问题，不过非常很好，因为我们现在都想的时候，一定会有不同的 option，就是其实有不同的风格传。其实我们OK 这一个会呢，其实是现在整个年会 OK Toastmaster 的年份在6月30就会结束，7月1号是新的一年了，在 Toastmaster， 所以我们要展现新的一个风格了。那我在想说，因为我们现在好像你说基本上每个会员都可以独当一面，所以我就想说，可能我们要做一些宣传上面会做一些不同的东西，可能我们会 spotlight 每一个会员，他们是一个好像你本身你是一个 entrepreneur right，就是企业家。我在想说，可能我们要现在来转移一种做法，就是 spotlight 每一个会员自己本身的那个优势跟他的专业。你觉得会怎么样？这样他可能就会吸引一般每一个会力，可能我们就现在是说 the power of 企业家，因为企业其实是很多大家都想尝试，可是又没有勇气的，那就可能是找你做 TMD。可是我们就是在宣传方面，我觉得要做的比较到位。
因为我们的会真的基础的 quality 已经存在了，每一个人的水准、语言的水准，或者是表达能力，或者是掌控单元性的活动的能力啊，我真的觉得我们随便挑一个人都很厉害了。
就是可以全能啦，就是每个人都可以啊。
对，
每个人做什么职位都可以。
在这水准之下，这个会品质怎么样，就一定都有那个水准。现在就只差怎么样再翻上去，就是在最小人力、最小资源、最少的状况下，再翻上去一阶。
对，
我就觉得很可惜，因为像Shwe Sin他真的很厉害，他每一个职位都可以当所以每一个人都一样就当肯也是一样这种这么厉害的会排一个 agenda， 如果排的就是请谁来做，你根本都不用紧张嘛，但那个水准已经到了
是，
比我有的时候遇到一些会，我在那边伤脑筋来讲是截然不一样，真的不一样。
太好了 ，OK， Shan， 我在想看怎么样，可能我们迟一点就真的是跟不同的组员坐下来聊一下，因为可能性太多了，我觉得在宣传方面可以做的不一样，一些比较创意的。
而且说实在话，我们这会存在那个多文化嘛，我们白话来讲就是不同的国家嘛，有没有办法让这个味道更出来？这味道更出来，
可以
这味道更出来，就是说，比如说你设计任何的题目，比如说 hope 这个题目，
对，
你可以说在日本 hope 是怎么写、怎么练或者它代表什么意思？就是有那种不同的一点点文化然后就是全球性的味道，因为每一个人真的都会讲。你如果问Duncan有关日本的 hope 有哪些练法，他一定可以头头是道。我就觉得好可惜，就是这种 focus 的层面太可惜了，因为这个会实在是太多元、太棒了如果有一天请到我们像非洲的朋友，或者是任何地区这真的，一讲起来我也很想了解非洲，因为我听说非洲有些人英文也是下叫呢。那我给你看，我昨天上那个 Global 那个会里面，那个做 GE 那个，我不知道是谁，
叫做 Tracy 嘞，我看到他的名字，你觉得他
他好一针见血他说反正他就讲大家都做的不太时间大家都不应该超时等等这样子讲的大家都不好，都有点
就是士气有点受影响嘛。
但是我把那个影片给你，因为我真的很喜欢。
那我们可以请他来看他是什么专长。
我的意思就是说，我们本来就应该要接受冲击啦。我们本来就应该接受冲击，因为我们是一个比Global还棒的会，所以我们要更能够接受不同的冲击，大概是这个意思了。
太棒了！Shan，你现在突然间让我有一个点因为我们很多都不同国家，我在想说，对下一届我们还是 就是那个主题我们都很集中。其实现在很多其他不同的分会在抄我们的东西，其实我有看。
对，
那我们就继续。可是我们就现在是 spotlight 每一个会员代表什么国家，我觉得这个很重要。
对，或者
它国家性，
对，讲出来。
你讲的，对，就是对。
或者是说，比如说我今天一个主题，比如说 the power of hope，
对，
那子标题不是在 table topic 里头，是在子标题里面，就是说到每一个国家的概念，比如说 the hope for your country， what is the mean？ you can say your country language because hope 在我们国家就叫希望嘛。那我就说 in our Mandarin language is 希望。That's all. So simple, but it's a special for everyone. It can explain what your country.
Yeah. 太棒了！
我相信像那个桑多利，他也很想说说看，我也很想听看斯里兰卡讲希望这个，不是讲 hope 是怎么练，对不对？
是了，太棒了 ，OK， 非常。
这不能放在每一个单元，所以这要怎么样去 combine 在哪一个概念，我就搞不懂。比如说，是不是每一个被介绍的时候要讲一下它的概念？
每一个职位就是每一个。
你的确有邀请在会议最后邀请大家讲话了，你的确有了。